Where my girls at?
Taking the spicy red, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls
Everybody please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Today we have a guest with us. His name is DJ Shuttle, and we are going to get into his interview in a minute. But in the meantime, let's get to it. Reality TV star Safaree Samuels put a post up on IG that shows him talking about giving back to the good people of Kingston, Jamaica.
That's my new purpose. I want to start giving back more. And I don't know why lately. This trip is just making me seeing things different, and I have to do it. So if you're somebody who know me, link me up if you want to help in any way.
After the post went viral, his BM, Erica Mena, posted her own video outing Safaree for not being there for his own kids.
So before you guys get scammed like I did by this waste man overnight wannabe prophet, this individual has no idea that his children have actually started school. Yeah, your daughter is officially in pre-K and started yesterday. And here I am feeling guilty because I wasn't there due to work. And while I'm feeling guilty, motherfuckers is out here trying to make the world believe that they actually have a charity because they care about other people's children. How can you care about anybody else's children when you don't even care about your own? You miss out on birthdays by choice. You miss out on Christmas by choice, all because you think missing out in their lives makes me suffer. Wake up call. No way in hell this man cares about other people's children when he doesn't even acknowledge the existence of his own. And I'm going to just leave it right there because this man loves to run to the police and claim that I'm bullying him. So we'll leave it at that. But don't be scammed and don't be fooled. Because literally my kids go months and months and months at a time without this man even asking if they need anything or if they're even alive. In fact, when his homies ask how their kids are, his very statement is, I haven't heard anything. I guess they're still alive since they're not on the news. That's the type of man y'all dealing with. So, y'all can believe this, I want to feed the children bull if y'all want to. But remember who y'all dealing with. This is the same man that literally runs from doing anything for his own children.
Gurus, what are your thoughts about Erica Mena and Safaree?
I'm hollering, not scam. Like how you she is hilarious. One thing she gonna do it though. She is on a mission. I can say that. She's definitely
No, he is hilarious.
He don't give no F's ever.
He really don't.
She is so bothered by it. She needs to just let it go. Worry about your babies, girl. It's all right. You ain't the first and you won't be the last, okay? You telling us all your business. We can't help you. You chose them. We ain't choosing for you. This is your path. So you got to walk on your journey, sister.
But ain't that angering, though? I mean, you saw him walking around with the babies?
Now, don't get me wrong. He needs to do what he got to do as a father. Like, come on, bro. You out here promoting commercials and stuff while you ain't even taking care of your own. You know what I mean? Now, we don't know what he could be doing. She could be saying he not taking care of them, and in his way or in his eyes, he may be thinking that he's doing something different, you know, and who knows? I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but all I know is we don't care, Erica.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was too, but look, as a woman, and you know, if that is the case, right? If he's not showing up to birthdays and doesn't even know that his you know, little ones started preschool and, you know, not being present and all of that. And you out here walking around with somebody else's baby talking about, you know,
that's
the children.
That's the funny
like,
part.
Come on. That's gonna get me hot. Like, no, this man is not out here acting like he's like the father of the world and he's not even fathering his own children.
Where are the cameras? Because I'm being pranked. Gotta be.
Yo, the part that really got me though was when she talked about, I don't know if she said don't be scammed because he was talking about money. Like he was talking about if you want to help me or if you want to help give back to the kids. I think he may have implied that, you know, to give to or help him with money give to these kids. Now, I think that may have been where Erica Mena was coming from when she used the word scam. I don't know.
Either way, don't get scammed.
Yeah.
No,
I think
she mean like for him not to be out like, oh, ladies don't have no kids by him because you're gonna get scammed. That's what I took it as.
Nah, I didn't take it that. I didn't take it that way. I took it as she's saying that he's gonna scam all of y'all for helping him because he ain't gonna do nothing for nobody else's kid because he ain't doing it for his own kid. She explicitly said he don't care about nobody's kid. He don't care about his own kids. So I'm what I got out of that is she's saying if he wants to try to get money from the public to help out the people in Jamaica, I doubt that's what he's doing with the money. You know what I mean? Like that's what it sounded like.
Right.
Like,
I mean, listen, I've been trying to figure out what his talent is anyway, so maybe his talent is scamming.
I mean, look, I get an alert every week about something he's doing. You want to make $2,000? Safaree will help you. Like, what?
And he got these retreats going.
Oh, he's putting stuff out there like that? I don't know what that man does either. I really don't. But I mean, he make it look like something. I don't know what it is though. But I mean, maybe he is a scammer.
I mean, yeah, you got to get it how you could get it, right?
What about the other portion of Erica Mena airing him out in public like that? Like, now I know in Erica's case, she's, you know, that might have struck a nerve. But how do y'all feel about Erica Mena airing him out like that on the platform of IG? Like, is there a danger to that?
She already on the platform. Both of them on the platform. They love it.
We already
love it. They like it. They live for it.
Right. Like we know her behavior. This is nothing new. This behavior is nothing new coming from her. That's why she's Goose Network now doing her own reality show.
Yeah. I would normally say airing out your baby daddy is just not good business. But I think that with them two is their whole shtick. You know what I mean? Like first it was they got together, then it was the big wedding, and now it's all the fighting on the reality TV shows and all of that. I think that that's their thing. I don't think that she's trying to gain money off of this, although if she can, she will. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think that she really is just like airing him out because, like, if you even watch them together, like he's constantly on her, like he's constant. So I think she's at the point where like I'm not gonna be the diplomatic person no more. Like F him. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't blame her. Like I said, anybody else, I would say that, you know, even though I do talk about my baby dad.
I get her frustration. I get it, you know.
She matching that energy.
Yeah.
She matching that energy.
Yeah.
Does Safaree give a certain vibe? Like, and it might not just be Safaree. It might be perhaps a lot of people in the industry that give a vibe that they have the money to support their kids. And with Safaree's case, I mean, if you're projecting that you have money, what is the excuse for not supporting your kids?
He ain't got it. He gonna say that's
he'd rather spend the money on other things. I mean, it's no different from regular schmegular men. You know what I mean?
I think we getting
has more money.
I think we getting scammed. he don't really got the money, but he's making it look like he got the money. He's a master scammer.
And to come back around, at this point, this is clickbait because everybody wants to know what's going on. Erica Mena Safaree, Erica Mena Safaree. So it's like clickbait now.
People still want to know what's going on with them because, like, Lord.
Yeah, they clearly.
Like what you said earlier, we don't care, Erica. Like, we don't.
At this point,
like,
please, like.
Yeah, I mean,
did y'all think they was gonna last?
Girl, I get it.
No.
You remember when they first got together, though? Did y'all think? You remember when they first got together?
Yes, I do. I remember they was on that Haunted show.
Yep.
I remember all of that. Girl, bye. Yep. I remember all of that. And he kept wooing her, and she kept dissing him like, no, until he right in her panties. They ended up going on a Love and Hip Hop. I think they was coming back from a thing, and she was the guest appearance that was on a trip, and that's what broke out their whole love thing.
He. I mean, the way that what it sounds like is he's a super narcissist. If that's the case. Like, he completely love bombed her. Like, I was like, I believe him. Like, I was
fireworks and all of that good stuff.
All for this.
All of that.
All for this. All to put a couple
all
babies
to ignore her now.
Finally.
All the whole other people babies.
And all of that smashing sometimes don't smash out.
Ooh, child. You don't never get to know somebody. That's the problem. It's all good and sweet when we hang out every now and again, but you don't never really get to know somebody until you know them.
You don't know, now you know.
Hello.
So, gurus, there's been a huge dust-up regarding Loni Love and the media. Love is being accused of criticizing Tyler Perry and the process of how he makes his movies. Love posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, "I love that Tyler is paying black actors now. I wish he would hire black writers and directors that have experience to help him with his movies. He could improve the movies and make them award-worthy if he would stop trying to save money by doing the writing and the directing himself." Gurus, do you think Loni Love spoke, or in this case, posted out of turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
agree.
I never really cared for her like that. I always felt like she had like some type of chip on her shoulder about something. And it's not having to do with anybody else. It has to do with herself. Like, to me, she's one of those people that you could like kind of see through, and she never came off as like, I don't know, fully genuine. Like, I feel like she just
not authentic.
She's a hater.
She will snake you in a minute. I don't like her. I already felt the vibe. Don't like her. She looked like she all is about for self, and she would throw anybody underneath the 18-wheeler any given moment she get.
But can we take the messenger away from the message though?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Word on the curb is he writes, directs, produces everything himself.
Right.
So
that's right. So she wasn't wrong.
He getting his coin, so I ain't gonna hate on that.
Oh, he definitely getting his coin.
I'm not mad at it, sir. Understudy or something.
What to do with himself and his brand?
Amen.
It's been successful thus far. It's gotten him to where he's gotten to right now. And supposedly that movie did I don't know. It did some numbers.
I heard it did.
You know that bad.
I heard it did.
It did some numbers.
Yeah.
Now, my point is this. My point is that, okay, Tyler Perry has employed a lot of black actors. Tyler Perry, matter of fact, has probably employed more black actors than any other director in Hollywood. And sometimes it gets to the point where, you know, sometimes things move in seasons because the money changes and the budgets change. So what happens is that now, or maybe there was some sort of criticism. Look, you can't in this business, you can't go through a profession and not have something that you can't work on. It's somewhat impossible. And so for Tyler Perry to put on all of these black actors, and now some of these actors want to complain and try to say, oh, I remember when he had tried to employ Kim Kardashian one time, and somebody criticized him for hiring Kim Kardashian. So my point is that people are going to criticize regardless. But at the end of the day, this man's has proved what he's proved. And not too many other people have done that.
So I had to do some homework after this last movie and just see, well, why are people allowing him to do this? Because I'm thinking, like she said, you know, these movies could actually be better. But I looked at the numbers, and his numbers, he's so profitable. It's like he's making so much money based on what he spends versus what the draw is. So even if it's a 2-3 rated movie or a 0 in this last movie's case, if he's still coming out 30 million, 50 million, how much can you really, really say to that man? Like, the only people that should be talking to him is like a Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that from a creative standpoint could say, listen, I love what you're doing. Let me give you a few pointers. You know what I mean? And we can take you from here to the next level from a creative standpoint. But, you know, I got to hold my tongue a little bit based on the success and the money he's making.
Right. If it ain't broken, fix it. He's in that boat. If it ain't broken, why fix it? This has been his formula from day one, basically. Yeah. You know?
From the plays, he's been doing really well with and stuff. So plays.
But wasn't Loni talking about awards though? Like she said he would be award worthy if he had what it like. So basically, like
that was super.
We know he's a millionaire. You know he's but like what I think what she was saying is like, you know, he can't compete awards wise. You know, he's not winning stuff because, you know, like
low key, I agree with that because even when Spike Lee didn't win for Malcolm X, it was still award-worthy caliber of work. Right. And that's what that's where I do agree with what she said. It's like, listen, Tyler, you got all of the elements. Everything is like, you kind of like just, if we had a little bit of this, a little bit of that, we could at least have you in the conversations for awards. And awards have nothing to do with how much money you're making. We having two different conversations when we do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the money and being so financially rewarding, you kind of got to like take a step back. But from a creative standpoint, I definitely would love to see more.
Hey, yo, but let me say, look, one of the things I noticed about some people, like they have this thing to wherein they believe in being real. Like they believe in being real to the point where they feel like they got to open their mouth and state something that don't need to be stated. In other words, it doesn't make you real because you blurted out some nonsense that, you know, that people in the room is looking at you like, hey, what is going? It doesn't mean that you're not real if you don't say it neither.
But then she reneged. Then she tried to backtrack and say
she did.
You know, oh no, we friends, and I wasn't saying it like that, and
it's like I checked.
Because she got that backlash. Like, okay, now people coming at her.
A check is what she won't get from him.
Okay, at all. You thought you was about to be a cameo out the window.
But let me tell you, Tyler Perry, that man don't care. He does not care. He does not. What he has done and what he's done, and supposedly how he be acting in real life, that man, he do not care for real.
You know what was funny to me? What was funny is when she tried to blame it on the media. And she was like, y'all are not going to do this because I can speak now. I'm like, what?
She said that?
Yeah, she blamed it on the blogs. She blamed it on the blogs that quoted her. And then said, and tried to make it seem like the blogs took her out of context, when the blog repeated word for word what she said.
Yep. Yep.
Get a grip, mama.
I don't know, Loni.
I don't know. I gotta give it a try. I guess I gotta give it a try. I gotta give a movie a try. I didn't watch it. You know, I didn't hear a whole lot of good reviews on it. Clearly, people are gonna watch it, good or bad, and give their intake on it. So, you know,
Or you know what?
You don't gotta watch it. It's okay.
Maybe she should just apologize. Whoa.
Maybe she should just appear in some big movies where the creativity, the writing, the producing, and the directing is amazing, and she should win an award. Maybe that.
That's forgiveness. Let me stop.
Yeah, she got to kiss the ring right now.
You feel me? That's all, folks.
Hey, gurus, we have girls doing good. Have you ladies ever heard of Elizabeth Freeman? Less than 1 year after the adoption of the Massachusetts state constitution, a brave enslaved woman challenged the document. Motivated by the promise of liberty, Elizabeth Freeman, born as Mumbet, became the first African-American woman to successfully file a lawsuit for freedom in the state of Massachusetts. This case marked the beginning of a group of freedom suits that would ultimately lead Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court to outlaw slavery in their state. Mumbet was born in Claverack, Columbia County, New York, as a slave. Although her exact birth date is unknown, it is believed that she was born around the year 1744. She grew up on the plantation with her younger sister, Lizzie. Although she could not read or write, Bet was clever and strategic. It was reported that Miss Ashley was cruel to her slaves. Obviously, Miss Ashley must have been the slave owner. One day, she attempted to strike Bet's sister with a heated kitchen shovel. Bet protected her sister by blocking Mrs. Ashley's strike, but received a serious wound on her arm that never healed. Instead of covering her arm, she left her arm visible as evidence of her mistreatment. Bet was determined to gain her freedom. Bet turned to Theodore Sedgwick, a prominent attorney who helped draft the Sheffield Declaration. Historians note that Sedgwick, along with many other lawyers in the area, decided to use the case as a test case to determine if slavery was constitutional under the new Massachusetts Constitution. By August 1781, the case went to the County Court of Common Pleas of Great Barrington in the case known as Brom and Bet versus Ashley. During the case, Sedgwick urged that the Massachusetts Constitution outlawed slavery. The jury agreed with Sedgwick and decided that Bet and Brom were not Colonel Ashley's property. Bet and Brom were set free and awarded 30 shillings and the cost of the trial. Once she gained her freedom, Mumbet changed her name to Elizabeth Freeman. She went on to have children and learn different trades. She died at 85 years old. To find out more about her story, Google her name, Elizabeth Freeman. All right, everybody, we have a great guest. He's been DJing in hip hop for a while, big influence in the business. Y'all probably know him, and you probably heard his name somewhere in the mix. Gurus, everybody, let's give it up for DJ. Oh man.
DJ All Man in the building.
Everybody, let's welcome in DJ Shuttle.
Yo, keep that, man. Keep that, man. Listen, we're not gonna re-edit that. We're not gonna do that over. Keep that.
You know what I'm saying? DJ Shuttle, what's going on, man? How are you?
All aboard, man. Pleasure to be here with the gurus, chopping it up, little pop culture thing with the DJ. Definitely a great mix. Happy to be here.
Now, you have a new album about to drop. Actually, it dropped already. Talk about the record.
Well, actually, it's a mixtape, right? So, you know, I come from the era of the R&B hip hop mixtapes, and you know, I just thought that it was a time right now where I would put my stamp and wanted to put out a really high quality project with taking classic R&B records and picking my favorite beats and just making something that you could just vibe to and ride to, press play in 80 minutes, and you could just sit back and enjoy it.
I haven't heard one of those in a while. Like I haven't, you know.
I got something classic for you. Please trust me.
It's been a minute. Like we need that. We need that.
You know, there's been such a surge of R&B over the past year or two. R&B brunch, R&B Fridays, R&B this. So I said, you know what? Let me just put my spin on it, put my seasoning on it, and do something a little different than just the R&B with the new records and whatever, and just, you know, get the classics. Like one of the big records that's getting amazing feedback right now, I did a mix with Sade, No Ordinary Love, with Kendrick Lamar, Poetic Justice. And that's getting like real heavy feedback on the social media right now. I also did a joint with Kenny Rogers with a song he got called Lady. You know what I mean? And you know, like that's not your average hip hop R&B blend, but you know, it's such a classic record to me.
How many mixes you got on there?
We got 21 joints straight through, fire straight through, 1 through 21. So one of the things I was telling, you know, we was building offline is that like now everything is, you know, we kind of lost the hand-to-hand experience with people, and the quality and the value of your project, your material and your work has kind of gone down. So with this project, you know, I'm spending my money, I'm doing the advertisements online, and people are catching wind. What I'm doing is Black movie themes, and I'm doing videos to not all the records, but to a significant number of the songs. So this way I'm getting people in tune with what the vibe is. And instead of making it free and available and disposable, yo, you're gonna see the advertisements and you're gonna hit me in the DM and say, yo, what's this? This is fire. How can I get it? And it's already started happening. People are sending me the bread directly, and I'm sending them copies of the project. That's how it's been going down.
That's what's up. That's different. That's different.
Yeah, we gotta change the game, man, because it's got so basic. People was not using their brains and just like monkey see, monkey do. So I had to do something different. And you know, I've been DJing too long, put too much work in it, just give it all away is how I feel about it.
Right.
How long did it take you to make it?
Oh man, it took a couple of months. You know, because it's just like the process of an artist when they're doing an album where like they might record 40, 50 records and they only put like 15 on the album. It's the same thing with a project like this, because I really wanted it to be the best of the best. So there's mixes that I did that, you know, that did make the cut, that I had to keep going back. And, you know, my goal was to have it like a classic 80-minute CD you used to buy, you know, Jamaica Ave, 14th Street, New York back in the day, you know what I mean? And it'd be like a full CD, you know? So until I felt like I had enough, I was going to keep going to work. And that's what I did. And I got to shout out my engineer, Ed Rock, Mr. Seldom. You know, we it's like a crazy, you know, collaboration that we got working together. So, you know, I don't want to take all the credit. You know, he's definitely extremely valuable and vital to the success of this project.
Yo, could I ask you something, man? Yo, why did you pick being a DJ?
Yo, the truth is, I got to give y'all the story in like under 2 minutes. The truth is, DJing is the first thing that I learned how to do. You know, now the quiet story is I used to be a rap artist. I was a signed rap artist on Tommy Boy Records. I was signed by Chris Atlas. He was running Tommy Boy. Then he went to Def Jam, went to Warner. So yeah, I got signed, you know, in the late 90s as a rap artist. And back in them times, you know, it wasn't like when 2 Chainz came out at like 36, they wasn't doing that back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was such a young man's game. I was like, man, shit, I'm 30, man. I gotta do something different because I'm about to age myself out of the game. So I said, well, listen, my first love was DJing, and I said I can incorporate my performance skill of being a rap artist and make that my asset as a DJ versus, like I'm not gonna battle against a Jazzy Jeff or a Mel Star, these incredible scratching DJs. That's not really my style. My style is more like blends, quality records, transitions, and also bringing, a performance aspect, to it. So, and I said, I can still write some rhymes. I feel like getting on a record, I get on the record. So, occasionally here and there, you might hear me do a freestyle still also.
Yo, I was listening to WBLS the other day, and obviously Red Alert was up there.
Yeah.
What do you think about Red Alert's blends?
Yo, first of all, Red Alert is such a treasure, and he got to get his flowers. You know what I mean? Because, Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, and Molly Mall, because it's their tapes that went around the whole world in the early, I guess, 85, 86, around that time. Their tapes going around the whole world, introducing everybody to hip-hop.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like there were no other hip-hop stations like there were in New York. New York only had a couple of hours on Friday and Saturday night. So, these tapes made it around the whole world. So, one thing you're going to always get is me giving Red Alert his flowers, man. And, and I grew up, they called me Red for obvious reasons. You know what I mean? So that's like my kindred brother. And, Red makes some great blends, man. It's a lot of great blend DJs out there, and there have been for a long time. So, super shout out to Red Alert.
You came up with some of the guys you came up with. We were talking earlier about Black Lotto and his contributions to the game, and I feel like there's so many people that don't get their flowers, man. That's been very influential. That that a lot of people can go back and be like, yo, I remember this one. Yo, he took me out of nowhere and just drove me here, or drove me there, or introduced me to so and so. And there's not you don't hear about people that do that kind of work no more. Who they just have this gift to wherein they just can introduce somebody, just like Mr. C did, I think it was for Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Just introduce somebody to somebody and then watch their career flourish.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better. Like Black Lotto is just one of those guys. When he passed, man, I just, could only just share with the people that it's very rare in your life. You meet a person that wants your success for you so much, they will help you do whatever it takes. You understand what I'm saying? And
those are so rare.
And
crazy.
Like I ain't gonna hold you. When he passed in 2020, there was a minute that I had to sit back and say, am I going to continue to do this? Like that's like we spoke almost every single day. Yo, Shuttle, this is what we doing. This is where we going. What you think about this? You finished that project yet? Like, he got a basketball background, so do I. So, it's always a competitive, but also supportive, motivational type of energy. And like, I'm usually that person in most circles. So to have somebody, in my circle like that was just tremendous, man. I do everything to keep his spirit alive. And I'm glad you brought that to the people and the people that's listening can hear that, man. Black Lotto, an official mayor in Brooklyn, and Canarsie, Brownsville, they already know what it is. And, that's just a great, great dude, man. Great guy, great father, just amazing dude, man. And, I'm sorry to, for myself to not have him here anymore. But he did a lot for the people, man. A lot of artists across the country benefited from that relationship. He hosted radio. We did tours with independent artists going to different cities. We took artists in New York. They ain't never been nowhere to Connecticut, to Boston, to DC, to Virginia, Philly. We did all of that. And a lot of that was him spearheading, so.
Yeah, because he was excited about hip hop, bro. Like you could tell, like, the way he talked about hip hop, the way he was trying to push artists through, and it was an actual, you could see it, you could actually hear it, his excitement for the game. Without those people, man, I don't know if without him giving that to other people, some people wouldn't respect the game if they never met somebody like Lotto.
That's a fact. And not only the artists, man, but I'll even say for myself, like I can't say I would be where I'm at right now if not for Black Lotto. For the places that we went, for the people he made sure respected me when we went places. You know what I mean? From some doors he kicked open, and and then also, like I said, back home, making sure that I was motivated and always on my job. So, I can't do nothing but salute my brother every time.
Yeah. All right, everybody, make sure you get this man's mixtape. You know what I'm saying? You're not just getting anybody's mixtape. You're getting a guy that's been in the game for a while. He know what sounds right. He know what sounds on point. And make sure you go to his YouTube. Shout out your YouTube page so people will know where it's at.
Yeah, the name of the project is called Blend Alert Volume 2. The YouTube page is very simple, DJ Shuttle NYC. Like I said, we doing Black Love themed films to records that are on the project. I think you'll find the videos somewhat entertaining.
That's what's up.
All right, everybody. In case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on, this is the Lady Guru Show news for you. Usher postponed additional tour dates due to a neck injury. A day after postponing the first show of his highly anticipated tour, the singer, 45, announced that he would need to postpone 2 additional performances to recover from a neck injury. He posted a statement on social media. Earlier this week, I suffered an injury to my neck while rehearsing to provide my fans with the greatest Usher show of all time, he wrote. My hope was that with physical therapy and medical treatment, I would be able to overcome the injury and be ready for opening night. We wish a speedy recovery for you, Usher. In other news, Matthew Perry's death probe reveal actor was manipulated by leeches in his inner circle. Ooh. Matthew Perry relied on a number of people to supply and inject a ketamine that ultimately led to his fatal overdose in October.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Martin Estrada, the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California, announced during a press conference Thursday that 5 defendants, including 2 doctors, were arrested and charged with multiple counts of Perry's death. Perry's living assistant, defendant Kenny Iwamasa, allegedly learned how to inject ketamine from co-defendants Dr. Salvador Plasencia, who then left vitals of the dissociative anesthetic drug for Iwamasa to inject Perry at his home in the Pacific Palisades. The drug was allegedly secured through the ketamine queen. Her co-conspirator, Dr. Mark Chavez, the middleman, Eric Fleming.
Hey, but check this out. Before isn't this the same thing that happened to Michael
That's
Jackson?
what they were saying. That's what they were saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The very same thing. And not only that, how many people is going through this in LA?
First of all, these doctors, let me tell you, these doctors, they're just people, and they just want their money, and they have a title and a degree, and they whatever they want to make their life however much easier they can possibly make it, and they got that money, and they're gonna do whatever they need to do. They're gonna try to keep it, I'm a doctor, so I'm gonna give you what you need. I'm gonna give you what you need, but I'm gonna keep it right at what you, but that living, he showed the living.
Yep.
What?
Yep. Showed the living assistant how to. So Matthew Perry was paying these people to apply this. Outrageous.
Well, that was in case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on. Lady Guru Show news for you.
All right, gurus, we never talked about the life of Shannon Doherty. Doherty played a number of notable characters, including Jenny Wilder in Little House on the Prairie from 1982 to 1983, Maggie Malene in Girls Just Want to Have Fun 1985, Chris Weatherspoon in Our House 1986 to 1988, Heather Duke in Heathers 1989, Brenda Walsh in Beverly Hills 90210. I'm sure everybody knows that. And some other movies that she starred in. And then there was the other one she starred in was called Charmed. And everybody knows that one as well. How do y'all feel about Shannon Doherty and her life?
I ain't really know much about her other than the show.
Little House of Prairie with my grandmother.
I ain't never watched that. I ain't never watched that. I don't even think I ever went to watch that. I watched Eddie Griffith though.
Without aging myself, I've seen all of those shows. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I remember Little House on the Prairie with what's the John? What's his name? He played the father.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely watched Little House on the Prairie, yo. I
definitely watched it too, but I don't remember.
I definitely saw it.
Y'all age showing.
But
no, it's not.
It's a good thing I looked.
It could have been repeats. Okay.
I ain't watching it.
That's right. I watched it on TV Land.
That's right.
It's when I saw 90210.
You crazy, Martha.
I never knew when I saw 90210 it was the same girl from that show.
Yeah.
Listen, she's clearly a talent. Yeah. She was clearly a talent. She clearly.
Yeah, she's been around forever.
But I heard she was not nice to work with.
But she's been told. We all know she's problematic, right?
She's not nice to work with.
Her cast always complained about her. I don't think she ever owned anything. Even at some point, didn't she write something like who she didn't want to come to her funeral or something that? It was specific cast members and stuff like that.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk ill about her because we knew she had a cancer diagnosis for a while now. And
I didn't know that.
She had been open about it for a while now, yeah. And but she was problematic, and I think she was very much ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think some people actually there was a girl who was on TikTok who said she was an extra in one of her movies or something like that, and she was Shannon Doherty was the rudest person on the planet. She would tell people to tell other not to let those extras look at her while she's on the set, they can't look at her. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I don't want to. This is just stuff they say. I don't know what's real, whatever. But so many people said she was problematic. So, it's not out of the stratosphere of the truth. I would think.
I feel like once she did come to that cancer diagnosis and she started coming to terms with her morbidity, she kind of started to change a little bit.
See, I watched Charmed.
Yeah.
That was my show now.
On TV Land, yeah.
And not only that, TV was making a whole lot of dough at that time with the royalties too. So she came up in an era where you know, people weren't really trying to take advantage of people the way they are right now. But yeah, I won't say that, but you know what I'm saying.
No, they are taking advantage because let me come
Definitely heard some
on the social
actors and
media.
actresses talk about how, you know, they shows have been syndicated and played, you know, years and years, and they wasn't getting any dough. So I don't know about that.
And that's why I just said, let me come up here and tell a story. Tubi will have it made in 3.2 seconds, okay?
Well, you know, shows like Charmed, 90210, certain ones like that that was really rolling in the dough at that time, you know, they definitely did their numbers.
Got one more time to say something to me, and I'm gonna reach over this table and I'm gonna knock your head
You
off.
should do it right now.
I sure
Because
can.
we need to go ahead and get
I
away.
can.
We need to
I
get
sure
this.
can.
I'm gonna beat you.
Y'all better check this.
I'm not the one,
Y'all
Tokyo.
better check this.
I'm not the
Me
one.
either.
I'm
Me
letting
either.
you know. I'm gonna beat
Dude,
you.
that y'all
I'm
let
a
this
dog
bitch run
walk
it.
your.
Come on, honey, sit down.
Make sure you do it
I'm
after
a
this is
dog
over.
walk your.
Make sure you do it after this is
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Make
Just so
sure.
you know.
Have a seat.
You better.
Just so you know.
You better. And I'm gonna tell him to kick your mother face
Tokyo.
off your
You
mother.
can-
Okay,
Stop
we're gonna
playing
see.
games
We're
in
gonna
here.
see.
Put your shoe down.
This is why. This is why.
Hold tight or just literally making
No.
sure our cameras are angled.
I don't give a what your cameras is. You need to check these.
I want to know, like, what's the age for messiness? Like, women, gurus, like, do y'all talk amongst women and say, listen, you 35 years old, you got to stop being messy now. You're past the messy threshold age. Is there a number for that?
We do be holding our friends accountable.
You once you hit 30, that's probably like the beginning. 35 is like, all right, sis, like, all right, we gotta take it down a notch, you know. 40 is like, yeah, we there. We almost there.
40 is
you know
like, you too damn old. Bring it down. No?
All right, so the 40-year-old in the group right here, right? The 40-something-year-old here in the group, like when we get to 40 years old, that's when we get to the point where we're like, all right, you guys are never gonna clean up. I'm good on you. And we just keep it moving. Like maybe in your 30s, you're giving your friend a chance and you're like, come on,
Right.
like let's pull it back a little bit. But in your 40s, it's like, girl, we did this in our 20s, we did this in our 30s. Can we just let it go already? Like let it go.
But we can't put it all on the ladies, though. I don't want to put it all on the ladies. I don't want to put it all on the ladies because it's some toxic dudes out here, too.
Absolutely.
So some toxic
Thank
dudes
you.
only know this energy. So it's actually attracted to some dudes, and it's crazy.
whether a man or a woman, you are dealing with your reflection. Okay, you're dealing with your mirror image of what you're putting out there. That's what you're receiving back. So if that's where you're at, that's probably what you're going to get, and that's what you're going to be dealing with until you level up and you attract something different.
As the man, you should be the leader. You should be the son. Your woman, your wisdom should be the reflection of you. So if that's where she's at, if she come that way, then you got to just not meet that energy and keep it moving. But if you anywhere engage at any point in time, that's got to be a reflection of really of yourself. Whether either you toxic or you don't know how to put her in a better place. So
also, isn't it about like it's about setting a tone? Like if you are in a relationship with somebody, right? It's about setting that energy to wherein you can grow with somebody. Like if you set a tone to wherein it's messy, even on the woman's side, I mean, men, yeah, we lead, but if for both people to set a tone that is going to set an environment for the seeds to grow.
As a man, though, let's take responsibility as a man, because you agree that the man takes the lead.
Absolutely.
So if you're in that predicament where you have mess and you stay in that predicament where you have mess, then where have you led?
You got two choices. You got two choices. Either you're going to be accountable and you're going to fix it, or you got to say it's too much and you got to let it go.
I'm not really of the mind of divorce. Like, I'm very against divorce. I mean, I know there comes a time when, you have to, you have to be like, yo, you can't live like this no more. I understand that. But also,
Let me get comfortable for this.
huh?
I said I gotta get comfortable for this. Go ahead.
Well, when it comes to the relationship of Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson, I mean, people are staying in these marriages for 10 years, and that's it, and it's done. In today's world, 10 to 15 years on a marriage is like is the average, and then they go their separate ways, and then they're on to the second marriage.
Yeah, but in Hollywood years though, that's a long time. 10 years, she lasted 10 years in Hollywood.
That's like
a long
25 years.
time. You know
That's
what I
like
mean?
dog
That's
years.
like equivalent to 25 years in the regular
That's like
world.
dog years.
What
These
about
people-
non-Hollywood marriages?
Oh,
What about the marriages that only last for 10? Like, what are we actually doing out here?
Well, the thing is that from what I'm gathering and what I see is that back in the day, you would stay in a relationship with someone and you're not happy. You're either being abused, you're either being mentally, physically, some form of abuse, but in some form, shape, way, you're not happy. But you stay. You stay for the kids, you stay because this is all you know. You just stay. And I think the difference is nowadays is that these younger generation kids, they don't want to waste their time. They see the red flags, they leaving. And as time go on, you're not going to always notice the red flags right away. It may take 10 years, it may take a few years, but you don't really get to know somebody right away. So the time that you have now said, oh, I'm going to dedicate and marry this person and think that this is the rest of your life that you're going to spend with this person, but all in the back of their mind, they have a different thought. But they're telling you this is how they really feel, and that's not how they really feel. And your true colors show as time go along. Back in the day, it's like you see them for who their true colors are, and it's like it has to take a lot for you to leave. Versus nowadays,
Well, I mean, well, also back in the day, if you remember, like women didn't even have bank accounts until like the 70s. So we were reliant on men. So a lot of women stayed in marriages because, like, if they left, what were they gonna do? The men were the one taking care of the money aspect. The women were home taking care of the kids. If I leave him, where do I go? I've been 100% reliant on him. Nowadays, women are more independent. They're making almost as much as men are. So now it's like they're like, and it's not only just women though. Like, women aren't just leaving marriages. Men are leaving marriages too. Men are finding, toxicity in their marriage as well. So but like, yeah, now people have more options. So yeah, they're gonna leave if it's not aligning. The problem I think is that people get married way too soon. Like you're getting married without really fully getting to know that person. You're either having kids too early, and then you find out I had a kid with this person who I cannot connect with at all. I mean, I can say that I had kids, I got married, and then I realized after being married, like, what the hell did I do? Like, you know what I mean? And it took me a while to walk away from it, but I did eventually. I think women, the younger generation, the millennials are either not getting married at all because they just don't want no parts of it, or they're just like, I'll get married, and if it don't work out, I'm young enough, I'll get on my second marriage or my third or whatever. So it's I find the right one.
But isn't it true? I'm going to argue against that point. Isn't it true though that, and I'm not saying your situation, I'm just saying in general. Isn't it true that our somewhat generation, what we perceive, what like work for us. I'm a big proponent of work. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I do, I want to craft it and work on it, and that's just my perspective on most things. But I feel like in this generation, like we don't have the type of ambition to work on things. And when it comes to like, picking a marriage person, it's like what Kamala did. It's like one of the most important decisions you're gonna make in life. And being that it's the most important decision that you make in life, isn't that supposed to be the thing that you work on the most?
I think we're in a new day and age now, like where there's too many options, there's too many ways of meeting. Yeah.
It's a strange place that we live in right now. Very, very strange times. And going from one stage in existence to another to where we are right now, like who knows, what the future holds. Right now, I feel like you got to figure some things out. Just I'm saying generally as a society, as a people, as an age, as a time. Things happen. You're figuring some things out, and then you're like, all right, well, that wasn't good, so now we're moving on to the next. Whatever the next is gonna be, who knows? But right now, what it is right now is a little funky. Is very funky. It's weird. I think there's a lot of just confusion and freedom and just like newness in the air of as far as what everybody holds as relationships are supposed to be and what their values are and this and that. Like we haven't figured it out quite yet. We're not there yet, but we're in something new, and that's gonna shift again because that's what time does. That's what happens. So right now, who knows?
All right, gurus. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good show. I want to thank DJ Shuttle for being here.
Thank you.
Make sure you go out and get his record.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
For everybody else, hey, gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show. And we are out of here.
Where my girls
Later.
at?
All right.
Bye. Later.
All right.